know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 85%?
When we're with you, gravity pushes us away. Never seemed to make a lot of sense. We never really understood the fact that gravity pushes us away. Walk away from it all. Should we just give up? We are the blind, we are the lost. Run from all the mistakes. When we turn away, we are the blind, we are the lost. Gravity seems to lie when it pushes us all aside. Wait for these stars. We're not the blind, we're not the lost. We're not the blind, we're not the lost. Walked on straight from my bed. We'll never look back. We're not the blind, we are the ones that face the mistakes that we make. We won't turn away. We're not the blind, we're not the lost.
Once again, new series for us here, the Midwest Days of Thunder Cup Series. Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. This is Rocky Game 150 brought to you by Jinx Shifters. Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason over here, Signature Esports.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the final race here in the round of 8. Last chance for some of these guys to make it into the championship 4 here for the Midwest Days of Thunder Arca Series. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the current point standing for this round of 8 after Kansas. We pull those standings up real quick. See there, Joshua Banks leading the charge up in that top spot. One last race at Kansas, so he is locked into that championship 4. And you'll see 8 other drivers battling it out. That cut line is just below Corey Bradley, currently 3 points ahead of Brandon Hughes. Brandon Hughes, Jared McCauley, Kevin Jordan, Brady Price going to need a really good race tonight. Jared McCauley, I believe, is not here tonight. So just going to come down to those other 3. And this track is very, very hot tonight. Went out there and did some practice laps with these guys, and it was loose. So definitely, we might see some single spins early on. People might be pushing their cars a little too much. See qualifying getting ready to get wrapped up here in about a minute or so. Alex 4J currently getting that pole position. And some guys choosing not to qualify, trying to get a most position gained. We currently only got 4 playoff drivers that have qualified. Brandon Hughes, Brady Price, and Corey Bradley still have yet to put a lap in here. With a minute left, I don't think they're going to put one in. So, this was supposed to be the championship race, but I guess last week did not go too well. Apparently, they loaded up the session at the Old Phoenix at night, and it just turned into a you-know-what show. So, they're like, hey, let's mulligan in it. Let's rerun it again. So, this is going to be the official race here. So, luckily, I was unable to broadcast last week due to some other issues going on. This will be the official Phoenix race. And like I said, the last chance for some of these guys to get in. And with some of these guys, I can't even say that. Some of these guys are already racing this track, but they raced the Legacy Phoenix. Way different than this one. Qualifying done. Let's go ahead and go over our official starting results. As see Alex 4J getting that bonus point for getting that pole position. Outside of him would be Jonathan Nance. Row 2, you got Joshua Banks and Chase Harden. Row 3, you have our inaugural Truck Series champion, Adam Leideke and Bo Dinger. Row 4, Kevin Jordan, Matthew Richmond. Row 5, you have John Nuttick Jr., Peyton Harden. Row 6, you have Josh Fassbender and David Harden. Row 7, you got Leonardo Bonatti, and I am not racing. Row 8, Jonathan Stevens, Corey Bradley. Row 9 will be Brandon Hughes. Row 10 will be Robert E. Morrison and Brady Price to round out the field. Let me just go check something. Here's some mic chatter going on in my background. I guess I gotta turn it all the way off. So as we get ready for race, and Alex 4J will lead us to the green here tonight. And if you watch the Xfinity one, this is going to probably turn out to be a little bit more action-packed. Xfinity guys didn't have too many people out there, so definitely expect some more action here tonight. With 18 drivers, I think, are starting the race, with me and Matt not gridding because we were just out there practicing. Brandon Hughes is out there racing tonight. He's going to need to finish 3 spots ahead of Corey Bradley, I believe it was, to make his way in. These guys get ready to roll off. Like I said, Alex 4J will be leading the field to green. Alex 4J, Jonathan Nance, no shocker up in the front row, along with Joshua Banks. I mean, those three have been some of the top 3 guys all season long. Alex 4J had difficulties in that truck championship race. I think his VR headset died, so I think he's done racing with the VR headset here. These guys rounds turns 3 and 4. Now these guys start the race. What's gonna be interesting is you're gonna see them. A lot of them dip really low below this yellow line coming to start finish line. You can see 4J, Nance, and all they're doing. Banks getting a little loose going down low, saves it. It's going to be 4J leading the field into turn 1. Behind him, you got a close battle between Chase Harden and Jonathan Nance early on here tonight. Everyone's starting to fall in line. They got a car spinning down low. That is going to be the 59 of Leonardo Bonani. No cautions out. We say green flag racing. Back to the front we go. You see a lot of these guys cutting that apron yet again. We saw Xfinity, though, that was actually killing Ethan's tires on Monday night. So I don't know if he's going to be doing too much more. You see Alex 4J kind of run that middle line. Going to try to cut down low. Nance getting loose off of turn 2. Saves it. Minimal contact with the wall. Another car spinning out. That will bring the caution. I told you all it was going to be loose, and it sure is. Jonathan Stevens having issues early on here tonight. Turn 2 is going to be a tricky spot as you see Stevens, and David Harden both getting loose. Very minimal contact in that wall. Let's go ahead and take a rear chase look at his car. Not too much damage there, so he should be able to save his fast repair for now. And I think that caution, if anything, I think Jonathan Nance losing a ton of spots. I think he's getting ready to lose ground in a hurry. And let's go check in with Joshua Banks, who got pretty loose on that initial start. Lost a ton of ground, dropped from where he started in 4th all the way down to 10th place. We already got some early movers in the race. John Nidek up 3 spots from where he started, as well as the 11 of Joshua Fastenbender. And then the 45 of Robbie E. Morrison, he is up 5 spots from where he started at. Oh, we're under caution here. We can't pull up our current only locking down the play. Also going to pull up number 36 of Joshua Banks. What's going on, Joshua?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, man, I thought you get a little loose in that start. I was out there practicing, guys. It seems like a really loose racetrack. Go ahead and talk us through that, man.
Well, I know what it looks like up in the broadcast. It does look loose, but the truth be told, my shifter went from 3rd to 2nd when I thought I was in 4th.
Oh, good old money shift. Luckily, your engine didn't retire there.
I tell you what, it was Gateway all over again. I swear. But thankfully, it didn't blow, like you said. Yes, I'm happy about that.
I mean, Ethan did. I mean, you're locked in. I heard last week was not a good race, so you're still out there with the controller racing it around. They ended up mulliganing in that race. But man, is this track harder or easier than the Legacy, in your opinion?
Well, I'm having really bad moments right now with my car, so I don't know what the heck's going on. I think, well, I don't know. I'm in a little bit of a pickle right now. I talk, but I don't know what's going on with my computer again. This is not good.
All right, man. Well, other than computer issues, you're locked into that championship 4. No need to push issues. So what's the game plan tonight? You trying to get that win, get a little bit of momentum going into the championship 4 race, or you just out here not to make any enemies tonight?
Well, let's just finish the race, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. This is gotten all freaking laggy. I can't do anything.
Hey, better for it to happen this week than next week, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yep.
All right, man. Hopefully we can continue on with the race here and hopefully get the issues figured out.
All right, thank you, buddy. Hopefully we can.
So Joshua Banks catching a big break that he is locked into the championship race, and even a bigger break that this is another race for the cutoff race at Phoenix instead of being a championship race. Had it been a championship race, it would not been looking good for Mr. Banks there. Lights are on the pace car all off. We'll re-rack them up here on lap 6 and go back green flag racing. Alex 4J still going to be in the lead. Nance, like I said, catching that big break with that caution coming out. Didn't lose a ton of spots after getting loose. Only dropped 2 spots to 4th. He caught a big break there. Corey Bradley, he's going to need to finish a couple more spots ahead of some of these guys. No, Brandon Hughes has to finish ahead of Corey Bradley. That's correct. 3 spots ahead of Corey Bradley. Green flag is out. 4J getting a great jump there. Chase Harden getting a pretty sluggish jump. Going to lose some spots here possibly. You see him spread way out. Got Bo Dinger looking to the low side of Chase Harden here. Chase Harden into the wall, going down the backstretch. Into the wall again, going into turn 3. Bo Dinger taking an advantage of those. John Nidek now looking low on the number 8 of Jonathan Nance here. And some side-by-side action behind him. Matthew Richmond and Adam Leideke side-by-side going into turn 4. As Kevin Jordan can put 3 wide and corner exit here. Kevin Jordan knowing he needs a really good race here tonight to make his way into the championship 4. Still 3 wide going into turn 2. Leideke thinking otherwise, backing off there, letting Richmond and Jordan fight it out here. Matthew Richmond washed up a little high and give the advantage to Kevin Jordan. Going through the bootleg, coming back up, still side by side though, no advantage yet for the 95. That low line in 1 and 2 is not the preferred line here at Phoenix actually. It's actually that middle line and to kind of dominate down low as you see Matthew Richmond getting a great corner exit there. They're still side by side. Kevin Jordan finally clear that 93. He's going to be able to keep clear of him, though, to go through the bootleg. No, Matthew Richmond right back on the side panels of Kevin Jordan. Still side by side they go, coming out of turn 2. Phoenix is a really hard track to pass. You're going to figure out where you're stronger than your opponent at. And right now, these two are basically dead even going all the way around the track. Looks like Banks is out of the race. Computer issues got the better of him here. Ooh, Matthew Richmond almost into the wall. Kevin Jordan have a tuck behind him. think Matthew Rich will finally be able to get clear of Jordan here and get his racing line down. Well, we go back to the front. It's still Alex 4J leading the race. Chase Harden starting to fall back a little bit here. Jonathan Nance was able to get around and move his way up into the top 3. Now working on that number 84 of Bo Dinger. Well, you got battle. Let's go take a look at some lap times here by the 84 and number 8. Nance not having the lap he wanted a lap ago. See what this lap looks like for the 8, I mean. This time by Bo Dinger a little bit faster. So, following tonight's race, we will have another Phoenix race tomorrow night for the Cup Series. And next week will be championship week for all series. Everyone heading to Homestead to determine the champion in their respective series. See that time by Bo Dinger a little bit slower. About a half a tenth slower. John Noddy going all the way up to the wall there in corner entry into turn 1. Nancy slowly but surely pulling away as Chase Harden is starting to fade. Now falls into the clutch of the 95 of Kevin Jordan. I don't think cutting it down low like that is helping people. I think it's wearing his tires out more than anything. Well, we're going back to watching battle between the 8 and 84. He's got to run it down. Oh, Nance getting loose coming off a 4 or 2. Saves it. Meantime, the front runner really all season long is 78 Alex 4J, pulling a 2.2 second lead over the whole entire field. We go check in with Corey Bradley, who was above the cut line only by 3 points, is not having a race he wants here tonight. All the way back in 16th place. As of now, if it were to stand, your championship 4 would be Banks, Jordan, Nance, and 4J. Looking in front of him, we got some side-by-side action. Here's Adam Leideke in the 59 of Bonani. It was 11, a fast man hard into the wall to turn 2. You're getting to a point not wrong. These cars are really starting to tighten up. See Chase Harden falling back another spot, loses a spot to Kevin Jordan. Kevin Jordan moves his way up into 6th place. Fast and better starting to fall back for the contact of the wall, losing 2 spots here to 43 and the 51. Got Nike looking low on Peyton Harden here going into turn 4. Can't quite get the pass complete. They're side by side going into turn 1. That midline on turn 2 is such a good drive off. It is so hard to pass in turn 1 here. If you're gonna make a pass, you got to get it done in turn 3 and 4. Ooh, almost a little bit of contact between 59 and 11. We go check back in with our leader, who's now pulling a 2.8 second lead on the whole entire field. Something must have happened to Nance as he had fallen behind as John Noddy got around him. Go ahead and take a look at that pass for the third place position. See what might have happened here with the 8. I'm not quite sure what happened. Might have happened before that, but he lost a lot of time to Bodinger. This track is not an easy track by any means. Now you got Peyton and Chase lined up nose to tail almost. As I think Peyton's kind of starting to hunt down his brother here, Chase Harden. They both those guys just had a birthday recently. Peyton on number 8 car, the car in P8, Chase car in P7. Chase really struggling here. Mideke now down low below. Oh God, Peyton Harden. There we go. Mideke able to finally complete that pass on the 43 machine. We go look back at the battle for P3. John Noddick able to pull away a little bit from the 8 of Jonathan Nance. We got a car coming out pit lane. That's the 36 of Joshua Banks. The only car laps down, but he is multiple laps down at this point. That 8 of Jonathan Nance really struggling out of turn 2. Still got a good battle going on back between the 51 and 43 and the 96. All these guys battling out for 7th place at this point. You gotta wonder if that 43 can give his brother a little bit of a tap here. So far here, lap 28 out of 70. The pit window for these guys is about 35 laps or so. Peyton's looking down low on his brother Chase. Going into turn 3 here. He's going to take that 8 spot over. Now Adam Mideke has gotten ahead of both these guys. Now working on that number 95 of Kevin Jordan. Chase is a really good run early on, but I think he just killed those tires by trying to shortcut that dog leg a little too much. And that 51's all over the back bumper in 95. 59 into the wall coming off of turn 2. Robert E. Morrison, he's going a lap down to the 78 of Alex Fort J. Now working on the 42 of Brady Price here in a couple laps. We go back to the battle for P6 between the 51 and 95. .51 can't quite get to that bumper. He's trying to. He's there on the inside. Had a really good corner exit coming out of 4 into the trial. I don't think going down the dog leg is really too beneficial. As I say, that 51 gets a great corner entry into 1. It's going to take that 6th place position from Kevin Jordan. At this point, if you're Kevin Jordan, you're looking at the scoreboard, you're just trying to run a clean race. At this point, you are in the playoffs. Oh, almost contact between the 95 and 51. The struggle for Chase Harden continues. He has fallen all the way back to 10th place as the 59 of Bonani gets around him. Go back to Alex Fort J, our current leader, 4-second lead ahead of Bo Dinger. Oh, I heard a car get into the wall in front of him. Now it's going to be Brandon Hughes slow on track. Not going to bring the caution out. I don't know. What in the world happened to Brandon? Oh, he was damaged there. Oh, he got loose coming out of turn 2. Oh, no. Netco between the 88 and 32. The 88 got loose. Damages that left front tire. And Hughes just cannot steer the thing. And that's going to be costly for the 32 of Brandon Hughes. Brandon Hughes having to go on pit lane and go multiple laps down at this point. Luckily for him, I think he is good on fuel at this point. Get that quick fix done, come back out. I mean, he'll be 2 laps down, maybe a lap done by the time pit stops are complete. He's getting the tires put on now. He's not going to be 2 laps down, I believe, at this point. So I was wondering why there wasn't a caution because he did not spin. Brandon, he's still on pit lane. I wonder if he forgot to check that quick fix. He's still sitting there. In the meantime, the struggle for Chase Hardin continues as he's the first one to enter pit lane here. I believe this is a scheduled pit stop for that 96 of Chase Hardin. At that battle for second place is starting to heat up between the 80 and 84. Slowly but surely, that 80 of John Knight has been chasing down Bo Dinger. I don't think the 88 did intentionally. He clearly got loose out of turn 2 and it just net coated into the 32. Chase Hardin having an extended pit stop. Wonder if he got a black flag. Brandon, he's back out on track, 4 laps down. Jonathan Nance entering pit lane. This 80 has worked on chasing on the 84. Now it comes the difficulty of getting around him. His track not an easy track to pass on. I'll have to go back and watch after race. It seemed like he got loose coming out of turn 2 when to go try to collect it. But the 80 gets around him. Forward J entering pit lane and put the 80 of John Noddick into the lead. Bo Dinger on the pit lane. Matthew Richmond into pit lane. Pit lane getting a little busy, and now's the risk versus reward. You know how loose this track is on fresh tires. As I see that yellow flag comes out, it's going to trap a lot of these guys a lap down. Corey Bradley involved in the incident. Oh, I knew I was going to see that 32 around him. A little bit of payback there. Yep, there it is. 32 getting his payback on the 88. I didn't see anything done wrong in the previous crash between those guys. Wonder if I can go back and find it and we're under caution. Nance. There it is. Let's go back and watch this crash real quick. I don't think this is done intentionally. I don't think that was intentional. I think he just got loose coming out of the turn. Go back and watch this again right here. I don't know. It's hard to tell if it's intentional. I don't know if there's history between those two. That's a interesting call for a broadcaster. I saw his cockpit wheel also turn 2 is a very exit of turn 2 is a very loose turn. So the way it looked from the outside looked like his car just cut loose on old tires. I would know I've made that mistake with the guy below me before on the outside. Now, if there's history between those two, I don't know. I'm not sure. But it's definitely going to shake stuff up, and a lot of guys were trapped a lap down due to pit stop cycle. I don't want to pull one of those guys in. I'm not sure. Well, all these guys are going to have to get a wave around right here. Can put the 80 of John Nottick into the lead with Adam Lottick and Kevin Jordan behind him. Kevin Jordan needing the race, having a race he needed here tonight. 3 points below that cut line. Actually, I think Kevin Jordan's more than 3 points below the cut line. See if we can't pull up the point things real quick to get a refresher on it. We look at Kevin Jordan in 7th place. No, Kevin Jordan 7 points below the cut line. Kevin Jordan needs to finish 7 spots ahead of Corey Bradley. My apologies. This time your biggest mover is at 42 of Brady Price, but Brady Price is almost in a must-win situation, being 9 points behind. Everyone gets their wave around, and that's going to put Corey Bradley, the first person, a lap down. So that's definitely helping Kevin Jordan out. Kevin Jordan 11 spots ahead of Corey Bradley. But Corey Bradley being stuck a lap down definitely helps that 95 as we already go back green flag racing here at Phoenix. 25 to go. Everyone is good on fuel. If it stays green, it's just up to tire management at this point.
Green.
The green flag comes back out, and Kevin Jordan dropping low early. That might be a penalty. We'll see. We'll have to see how the admins play it. You're not allowed to drop lines before the start-finish line. He definitely dropped early. That's going to put him into the lead. It's going to be very interesting if he comes down to pit road for a penalty here in the next couple laps or so. Meantime, he's going to get the lead from the 51 of Adam Lottick. Let's see what a good battle going on earlier. He's going to lead a lap here tonight at Phoenix. Be an interesting call right there. Now, how about this? The 59 of Bonani had troubles early on. Now battling out for second place between... Oh, Adam Lottick getting loose. Rolling through the turn. He's going to spin out. No caution. He's out of the racing line. It stays green. Go ahead and go to Alex J, who led most of this race up until this point. Kevin Jordan getting that lap lead he needed. I'm just curious what they're going to do with him jumping lanes before the start-finish line. I4J should be making quick work of these guys. Maybe. I mean, this track is really hard to pass on. Kevin Jordan still leading this race up until this point. I don't think they're going to black flag him. 78 is able to get around the 18 of Jonathan Stevens. Now working on the 80 of John Neidick. And if you're Corey Bradley, it's the last thing you want to see is that 95 in the lead. Bonani washes up the track, washes wide, and loses 1-2 spots to the 80 and the 78. Starts working on the 80 machine on John Neidick, trying to get around and trying to get back to the front where he's been running most of the race up until this point. He's going to get the pass complete on the outside here in 1 and 2. Going to get that run off the corner. It ain't going to be long before he catches that 95 machine of Kevin Jordan. Him in the 80, they are hunting down that 95 machine. I don't think Kevin Jordan has the speed to hold off both these guys. $17 to go, coming to 16 to go here. They're round through 3 and 4. $78 all over that back bumper. 95 going to dip low. 78 going to stay a little bit higher than them. Going to try to set up past the outside. Can't quite get it done. Kevin Jordan throws the block. 78 to the outside. He's there at the quarter panel. Going to get the runoff of 2. Side by side they go down the backstretch. He's going to be clear of the 95. 95 is going to dive bomb the corner. Going to be even rolling through 1 and 2. Who does John Neidick go with? Or 3 and 4, my bad. 78's going to clear the 95. They're going through the bootleg. 78 of Alex 4J back to the lead. The question is, Kevin Jordan be able to hold off the 80 of John Neidick? Looking at the points real quick, it still looks like your 4 would be 4J, Jordan, Nance, and Banks for the championship next week at Homestead. John Neidick still trying to get around that 95. He's going to have that low side going into 1 and 2. Kevin Jordan squeezing tight, get a little loose on entry. But he had that midline, that faster line on corner exit here in 1 and 2. We saw that in Xfinity Monday night. We might see the same on Cup Friday night. That middle line of 1 and 2 is the faster line, the preferred line to get around someone. In the meantime, Alex 4J has pulled to a 1.1 second lead over Jordan and Neidick. John Neidick going to look low here in 1 and 2. Going to cut the nose off of Kevin Jordan. Kevin Jordan going to try to get the payback here. Can't quite get to the bumper. Neidick into second place. Kevin Jordan trying to get around the 80. Can't quite get it done. All this batting has allowed the 59 and 84 to catch up. Kevin Jordan, I think he used up his tires here. Now the 59, Bonani be looking low going into, Bonani washing up the track. Don't bomb it too hard. Loses the momentum. Now Bo Dinger's going to look down low. But Dinger can get around that 59 machine who really messed that corner entry up trying to get around the 95. I got the 84 here trying to get around him. 10 to go, come to 9 to go as 4J leaves the field like he has most of the race. Everyone been wanting Bo Dinger into the podium finishers. We want to know, is that his birth given name? Everyone in the in the YouTube channel wants to know. He's there on the bumper, the 95. At this point, the 95 is in the playoffs. How much do you risk it here? Do you risk getting ranked out and possibly missing the playoff for a third place finish? Or do you give it up to the 84 who was running in the top 3 the majority of the race? About to find out here if the 84 is there on the bumper. Going to dive low into dog leg. They're going to be even going into turn 1. Oh, almost contacted between 84 and 95. 95 squeezed them tight, rolling through the middle of the turn. If you're a Bo Dinger, you're gonna have to get to the outside of that 95. You just can't complete a pass on these worn out tires on the inside of 1 and 2. He's there. He's in the draft. 7 to go, coming to 6 to go here. Can Bo Dinger get it done? Gonna look to the outside here in 3 and 4. You know all about Bo Dinger now. Gonna try to look inside yet again in 1 and 2. I don't think he can get it done. That middle line is just too strong, rolling through the center and driving off. I mean, you guys are the ones wondering if that was his birth given name. 6 to go, come to 5 to go. 4J still leading the field. 1.7 second lead, but the action's behind him for the third place between the 84 and 95. 84 all over that back bumper, diving low again. He keeps trying to go low, but he's going to have to go high on the 95 to get around him in 1 and 2. That 95 is just too strong in 1 and 2 for him to complete the pass. Oh, he's going to try to set up pass on outside corner exit. Can't quite get it done. Gets a little bit loose there. He'll lose some ground to the 95. There he goes. He's on the outside now. See if he can get it done on the outside. Kevin Jordan might try to block outside, but he can't. Bo Dinger's there. Gonna squeeze him tight, rolling through corner. That's the run of Talkman. He couldn't get it done on the inside. He tried multiple times, but he's gonna get the advantage off of 1 and 2. They're gonna be even. The drag race down the backstretch going into 3 and 4. This is such a hard track to pass on. He's there yet again. They are squeezing each other, leaning on each other here in 1 and 2. Bo Dinger going to get the runoff. Oh, almost contacting the 95 and 84. 84 finally able to get the pass complete. It took him multiple laps to get it done, but Bo Dinger has moved his way into third. But now he's got to defend off Kevin Jordan for 2 more laps here. With Corey Bradley stuck in 14th place with 2 to go. I was pending a caution coming out, which I do not see. Going to allow Kevin Jordan to advance in the playoffs here. Alex 4J is going to collect the white flag. 1 to go here at Phoenix. I just don't think Kevin Jordan has anything for Bo Dinger. He's starting to pull away now. Alex 4J going to collect the win here at Phoenix and lock himself into the championship 4. We go watch this 95 complete his final lap. Make sure he still finishes in that 4th place position, which he will, and that will advance Kevin Jordan into the championship 4. Your championship 4 will be 4J, Jordan, Nance, and Joshua Banks. John Knight goes up and gives a good job hit there by for that race. Those two had a pretty good battle going on, and that was definitely a good race. Bo Dinger finishing with a season best third place here tonight. For Jay gonna burn it down. Much well deserved victory burn out there by the 78. Well, he burns it down. Let's bring in this third place finisher, Bo Dinger. I have some questions for Bo. We'll go ahead and type it out. Go ahead and pull in the 84 for his first podium finish of the season, I believe. Hey, what is going on, Bo?
Hey, dude, how's it going?
Hey, man, first and foremost, congrats on what I believe is your first podium finish. Secondly, the first question I got to ask you has been a question on a lot of people's minds. Some people had been wondering, is Bo Dinger your birth given name?
Yeah, that's my birth certificate name, Bo Dinger.
There have been people asking that throughout the season. You've came close to getting a podium multiple times. You got it done here tonight. Man, I don't know if you're listening to the broadcast or what, but I kept seeing you try the inside multiple times in 1 and 2. You just couldn't quite get it done. Were you listening, or did you finally figure out if I'm going to pass the 95, I got to get it done on the outside?
No, I actually wasn't listening, but yeah, thanks for the advice. I could have used that earlier. I was trying to get back up there with the 78. I think you saw I was running second most of the race.
Yeah.
I would have loved to get up there and fight with him, but it was probably his race to win. I think he had a 2-second gap on me most of the race. Fun racing with the 95, though. I just wish I could have got around him sooner.
Yeah, I kept saying to broadcast, you kept trying low. I was like, if he's going to get it done, he has to go to the outside. And sure as anything, 2 laps later, you go to the outside. I was like, I wonder if he's listening to me. Man, what a race that was there. I know that caution came out. I guess it was payback for the 32. From what it looked like the 88 because actually got loose. But hey, I mean, apparently fights were had today, and it's made the racing all more interesting, dude. Talk us through the race, and if any shout-outs you want to give shout-outs to, go ahead and give them out now.
Yeah, I actually led my first lap this race at the cost of having to take the wave around under yellow because of the way the pit cycle worked out. But yeah, it was fun running up front, and I like this track. You know, big, flat, and wide, lots of lanes to run. I want to shout out to all my friends who tune in and watch these. Thank you guys for your support, and that's really all I have to say.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on a third place finish here tonight.
Thank you, man. Have a good night.
You too. Next, let's bring in our second place finisher, Mr. John Nodick. What is going on, man?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
Doing pretty good, dude. Hard fought second place finish there tonight. I think 4J was just a little too quick for anyone to catch up to him. Talk us through the race, dude, and what your thoughts of it were.
Man, I'll tell you what, it was a lot of fun. I hadn't raced these cars at this track yet. I hopped in like 15 minutes before the race started, and I was just putting in some laps. I mean, it's very similar to the Cup car. So I was just, during the race, I was trying to hit the same lines, same braking points and everything, and it worked out. I was trying to take my time and move to the front, and my plan worked out pretty well. So second place, I'll take it.
Yeah, talking through this track, it seems like we saw it in Xfinity. I think we saw it even more here tonight. And you have experience in Cup. How difficult is it to pass here, and how much struggle are we going to see tomorrow night in the Cup Series?
Well, these cars don't have as much downforce as the Cup cars do, so it was much easier to pass in these cars. The Cup cars are so downforce dependent that it is going to be extremely hard for the guy following to pass because he's going to be in dirty air. What he needs to do is he needs to choose a line where the guy in front of him is not, and see if he can get some front end grip to get that run off of these turns. Or they're going to just straight up dive bomb the turn and hope they don't take each other out.
Got it. I mean, that was kind of just trying to figure out what the viewers can see tomorrow night. Also, me as a crew chief trying to get some insight on it.
Also, too, anybody listening, when you have your brake bias set up, set it kind of low, because as the race goes on and the car tightens up, you lower that brake bias towards the rear. What it does is it helps the car rotate into the turn. So therefore, you can get off the turn much better. So.
All right, man. Well, congrats on yet another podium finish here tonight in the Arca series, dude. I'll let you give any shout-outs. You have shout-outs to give.
I want to say hello to my wife and kids. It's my wife's birthday today. I want to say happy birthday to her. And she, earlier I told her, I said, let's go watch a movie. She goes, no, go race, have fun. Like, okay. Yeah. Pretty cool. But I want to say hello to my parents, my mom and dad, my sisters. Like I said, my kids, everybody watching. Thanks for watching, and thanks for putting on a good show, Isaac.
No problem. Thank you.
See you, buddy.
All right, I'm pulling our only playoff driver to finish in the top 3 and winning the race, Mr. Alex 4J. What is going on, Alex?
Hello. Hi, I'm doing really fine. How about you?
Pretty good, man. Dominating performance here tonight by you. You led a majority of the laps, and it seemed like you struggled there a little bit getting back to the front just because how difficult it is to pass on this track. You go ahead and talk it through working your way back through the field after that caution came out.
Honestly, the caution really pissed me off. I felt like it was going to come as soon as I went into pits, but no, it happened one lap after. So I was the lucky dog, luckily. So I got on the back, and honestly, I didn't really have any trouble passing people. I really had fun doing it. There was a really good outside momentum if you were able to run it correctly, and if there's an outside line, I'm gonna run it. So yeah, that was the dominating lean. So
yeah,
that was really fun.
So what fun is it leading the race by 10 seconds at the end, right? You gotta have a little bit of a passing action in there.
Honestly, it felt at first it felt like I was on a drive, but at the end, the second place guy was really catching me up. I went from 1.9 seconds ahead to 1.5, so I had to focus back on, and get back into rhythm for the last 10 laps or so. But that was really fun, and I talked with him, with both of the podium finishers, and we really had a blast tonight.
All right, man. Talk is going into next week. You got the momentum. You got that win going into Homestead. It's going to be you, Jordan, Banks, and Nance. Which one of those three drivers is your biggest worry going into Homestead? And are you going to make sure your VR headset's charged?
Honestly, I'm not sure if I'm going to use the VR headset because I absolutely have to get my revenge on that from last week. But I think my biggest opponent next week will be Nance. Because I think of all the drivers that are in the Champ 4, I think with Nance I have the most history. I think we had some we trade some paints, at some races, and I'm not gonna affect my racing on next week because of that, but I'm scared that he does. So we'll see.
Gotcha, dude. But man, what a race that was here tonight. We look forward to going to Homestead next week to determine the champion, and like you said, you're gonna get some revenge on that VR headset, kind of spoiling your shot in the truck series. You have another shot next week here in this series, dude. So good luck.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's going to be a fun night.
Indeed, it will. All right, that will conclude tonight's broadcast. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow night for the Cup Series. They have their final race in round of 8. Justin Malarkey getting himself locked in with the win last week at Kansas. Comes down to 7 other drivers. Who's going to be the final 3 into the championship? Tune in tomorrow night, find out. And then next week, we will be live Monday, Thursday, and Friday for all 3 series that are left racing for their championship races at Homestead.